Hello everyone, my name is Shine. Today I'm reacting to some more Fifth Singer All-Star performances. Today I'm checking out Forte Di Quattro with Gil. I do believe that also means road in, road in Korean. And maybe this is a song by G.O.D. G.O.D. I want to make sure. It might be G.O.D's song. And if it is, I hope I don't cry. Because I feel like my past few reactions from like Forte Di Quattro in general have just been me crying. So I can't remember what the song was about, but I think I've heard of it before. We'll see. So I'm gonna get straight into this. So without further ado, this is Forte Di Quattro with Gil or Road. Here we go. This is G.O.D's song, okay? So I'm going to cry. Maybe. No, I'm gonna cry. Just seeing the mood and everything, I'm gonna cry. The song, I know the song. The harmony is... I'm gonna cry. Will I cry, or at least tear up every single time I listen to Forte Di Quattro? Because what the heck? Because with this one, I know I'm very familiar with this particular song, so I know I was gonna at least not full on sob, but at least tear up. But just the way Forte Di Quattro sings. The harmonies, like the beginning too, gave me goosebumps. Like you can even hear, like my aircon isn't on, so it's like it's not that. It's literally like a little bit warm in my apartment, so there's no way I should be getting goosebumps. But just hearing that was just like, but wow, a lot of I was getting mixed feelings with this one. It's like a bit of like hope and a bit of like a lot of hope. Hold on, road G-O-D lyrics, English. Like, this is a very, very, very famous song, obviously. G-O-D is very, very famous first generation group. Obviously they still, I think they're still technically together, they're just doing individual things. And obviously I'm actually kind of glad they didn't do that one other song. I don't remember what it's called. It was like, because the one line that really sticks out to me is like the line about the mom in Jajangmyeon. I think everybody knows what song I'm talking about. I think it's called Mom. To My Mother is what it's called. To My Mother. If they did that one, I will be gone. I wouldn't be talking coherent sentences. I would be full on sobbing if they did that one. Because that song always gets me. So this one. So G-O-D Road. So the road that I'm taking, where it's leading me to, where it's taking me, or what the final destination is, I have no idea, no clue, no answer yet. I'm still following this path today. Has destiny already been determined for everyone? Excuse me. Or is it that we have to make our own destiny? Nothing's clear so far, yet I'm still taking another step towards the road. Why am I standing on this road? Is this path really destined for me? Would my dreams come true at the end of this road? What really gives me pleasure, money, honor, or the people I love? I'm looking for the answer, yet I still can't find one. Want to say with confidence that this path is in the right direction I'm heading. I do not want to look back. I want no regret. Just keep walking towards the end. Yet I still don't feel confident in my decision. Why am I standing on this road? Is this path really destined for me? Will my dreams come true at the end of this road? What am I dreaming for? Who is this searching really for? Will I be able to finally smile when I reach the goal? Oh, where am I heading now? And what is the reason for me to live? So obviously the song, I think with Forte Di Quattro's performance, it obviously gives a more emotional spin to it. Like I said, I kind of felt a little bit of like hope, but at the same time, I kind of felt another feeling, but I'm not quite sure what. Maybe questionable, like unsure, like a little bit of hope but unsure. And looking at the translation of the lyrics, obviously it is definitely right on the money. It's just like basically you're on a path. Growing up, you're on a path, some sort of path that leads somewhere, whether it be to your happiness or to something else. All roads obviously will lead to some kind of happiness for someone, but you don't know where it's going to lead you to. You don't know what decisions you'll be making along the way, and how those decisions will affect this path you're on. So, take me for example. Growing up, there was many things I wanted to be. I wanted to go down the path of a doctor. I wanted to go down the path of a vet. I wanted to go down the path of a ballerina. I wanted to go down the path of a criminal investigator, or down the path of a juvenile detention officer, or down the path of like working in juvie basically, or social worker. But then I decided to, at the end of my college career, I decided to take a leap and come to Korea and teach English. I have no teaching experience. It's my second time technically in the country, but this is the first time I'll be living on my own in a foreign country where I barely know the language. So I went down this path, and I have stayed on this path for the past 2.5 years, 3 years now. And this is like, when I first started, I didn't know, like, do I want to follow this path? When I first started, I was like, I was gonna stay a year. I'm gonna stay a year and go home, figure out what else I can do in America. But then come towards the end of the year, that first year, I was just like, I actually like this job. I want to keep trying. So I jumped from school to school, finally landed back here in my city that I'm currently in, after a few mishaps along the way. Like, yeah, I made mistakes, I stumbled and fell, but this path, no path is smooth. No road is smooth. You'll have bumps and potholes and like cracks in the road, but it's still the path worth taking, because those cracks and potholes and bumps and whatever are things you can learn from. Like, why did this pothole happen? Why did this bump happen? Why did this crack happen? And then it can help you make your road a bit smoother. So, I learned along the way, like, how hard it is, to maintain, living here in Korea, how when I went back to America for 6 months, I realized, like, there's really nothing for me in America. Like, that's how I personally felt. Like, going down the path of staying in America, especially in this time and age, was not for me. So I tried to hop back onto the path of coming back to Korea, and that I did. So like I said, I've been here for about 2.5 years now. So will this path lead me to happiness? Maybe. Will this path lead me to another direction in life where I can also still find that same happiness, but maybe in a different field? Maybe. Who knows? So, like, with following, you don't know if your path is already predestined. That's also another thing, is like, is your path already predestined, like, by some higher being? Personally, if I was younger, I would have thought, maybe God has predestined my path, where I'm supposed to go, who I'm supposed to meet, who I'm supposed to, eventually marry, when I'm supposed to eventually get married. But, I stopped having a religion when I was in college. So it's just like, there must be I don't know what's to believe, like, maybe I had a predestined path, maybe. Whether it be like by the God I used to believe in, or by some other higher being, whoever that is. So maybe it's predestined, maybe like, I'm supposed to go down this path, and I'm supposed to stay in this path for a while, who knows. So it's just like, I'll just keep going along this path, and whatever happens, and I can learn as I go on this path. So, with this particular song, oh, wow, sorry, I just realized this was released on my birthday on YouTube. But anyway, that's basically the idea of Gil, or Road by G.O.D. It's just like, you're on a path, you don't know where you're going, if it's predestined or not, but you just keep going down this path, because maybe it leads to something that you want later in life, or later down the road you find that end of the road is going to be your happiness. That kind of idea. So I'm kind of glad they didn't do it to my mother, because like I said, I would absolutely cry. I would be absolutely not making coherent sentences. I would be probably in the middle of a phone call with my mom right now, be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And all that. But yes, Forte Di Quattro, Gil. Oh, so pretty, so perfect. Just the harmonies, especially when they went into the harmonies, I was just like, oh, goosebumps, just goosebumps. I really, but my biggest question with reacting to Forte Di Quattro is like, will I ever not cry? Will I ever not cry when reacting to Forte Di Quattro? Because I feel like every single Forte Di Quattro reaction that I've done so far, I have cried or teared up, I think. But you get the general idea, right? So I'm really hoping that like the next reactions that I do eventually to Forte Di Quattro, I won't cry as much. But I did, like I say, I I definitely have become a little bit more emotional since this pandemic started, especially since I got back to Korea. I do talk to my parents every day. I do talk to my brother every chance I get. But still, it's that kind of like that feeling of being far from home, not being able to see, especially, you know, with Chuseok just passing. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to my parents' house, or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see my family, and I'm just like, yay, home alone, no plans. So yeah, you know, definitely, oof, this song, man, definitely. I think most GOD songs are pretty emotional. So it's just like, I'm glad that they did this one and not To My Mother. So yes, anyway, all in all, simply put, you know, this is such a beautiful performance. I'm really hoping that the next Forte Di Quattro one that I do doesn't make me cry, but I feel like they're all gonna make me cry because, I don't know, it's something about Forte Di Quattro that makes you have like very strong emotions, and I do look forward to reacting to them more. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.